Hi there, welcome to my channel. My name is Chris. As always, today we shall be talking about a very interesting topic, and that is feminism. When you think of feminism, what comes to mind? For me, it's equality, but feminism in today's world seems to be different, okay? And many would argue that feminism is ruining relationships. At first, it might look like a statement that is far-fetched, but when you look closely, you begin to see the truth in that. So in this video, we shall be talking about the implications of feminism in relationships. My name is Chris and you're welcome. In what ways does feminism ruin relationships? You know, the first thing that comes to mind is a misconception about feminism in terms of power. You see, feminism originally is about equality. Women should be treated as well as men. Both parties should be treated equally. But nowadays, it seems when you talk about feminism, you are talking about power. It's about who is in charge in this relationship. Women are no longer comfortable with the idea of men being the heads, of their relationships. They would rather be seen as equals. And quite frankly, there's nothing wrong with being seen as equals. But when we make feminism in relationships a power tussle, we miss the mark. It's about, oh, you can't tell me what to do. You're not the boss of me. You're not in control of me. Blah, blah, blah. Granted, okay. But then again, I think that every ship needs a captain because you can't have two captains on a ship. So the question is, who becomes the captain between the man and the woman? Another argument would ensue because women would not have men as the captains and men would not have women as the captains. So what do we do? Like, how do we move from here? Feminism is not a power tussle, okay? It's about equality, equality, both parties having a stake in the relationship. I was going to say having an equal stake, but then again, realistically speaking, is everything really equal? Is anything really equal? Because if we are to say that men and women should have the same stake in the relationship, what happens when both parties don't agree? Because definitely there will be instances where both parties don't agree with each other. So what happens? What direction are they going to take? Another way feminism is ruining relationships is that women have been taught to be very independent. They've been taught to be hyper independent, if you like, and that can be a problem, okay? Because the same women who want to be independent deep down crave masculine men. They want men that are in charge. I've heard so many women say to me, oh, I want a manly man. I want a man that can be in charge. I want a man that can take control. But when that man begins to take control, there's a problem because the woman will feel like he is trying to take away her independence. She's strong, she's beautiful, she's bold, and yes, in many ways, she can do a lot of things for herself. However, she still needs a man to take control. So where do we draw the line? Because 1 minute you're asking your man to be in charge, to take control, to take the lead. And the next minute you're saying, oh no, you're doing too much. Now you need to tone it down. You're doing too much. I'll give you an instance. You go on a date with a beautiful woman, yeah, and when it's time to pay the bills, you bring out your wallet, your card, whatever, to pay the bill. And she goes, oh no, don't worry. We can go Dutch. Let's split it. I'll pay for mine and you pay for yours. And you say, okay, no problem. So you go ahead. But guess what? Later on, the same woman goes complaining to her friends that you guys went on a date and you let her pay her own bills. She would forget the fact that she insisted on paying. Even if she acknowledges the fact that she insisted on paying, she could accuse you of not pushing hard enough. You could have just told your grounds, could have said, no, no matter what, you're not paying. Come on, men are not mind readers. If you say you're going to pay the bills, then you'll pay the bills. Don't fault any man for not insisting or not allowing you to pay the bill, because if he does that, it's the same you that would say, oh no, now you're being controlling. Now you're trying to take away my independence. So where do we draw the line? Another aspect in which feminism ruins relationships in modern society is that it creates unrealistic expectations among women. So for many women, feminism is about them deserving the best. They believe they can have it all, and there's nothing wrong with that. As a matter of fact, every woman should feel and believe that she can have it all. But where do we draw the line? So you see, women would say they want a good man, not just a good man. They want a man that is very rich, a man educated, a man well traveled, a man that is masculine, a man that is all of these things. But where can they find such men? Where? Because such men don't exist. The sort of men they are describing are picture perfect. Such men don't exist in real life. And most women hold on to such unrealistic expectations for so long, so long, and before they know it, their biological clock is ticking. They're getting older and they can't find any man to be with. Even the men who come around are unable to please them because they are too hard to please. I mean, you can't say you want a man, a good man, you want a rich man, you want a man that is sensitive, yet you don't want a man that is too sensitive. You want a man that is masculine, that can protect you, yet you don't want a man that is controlling. Come on, you need to pick a side, because if you have all these unrealistic expectations, you are going to one, find it difficult to find a man, and two, if you find one, you might have problems with that man in the relationship because your standards are too high for them. One way that feminism is ruining relationships in today's world is that it makes marriage to look like this oppressive system, this oppressive union between men and women. And a lot of women would say that they don't want to get married because marriage is a bondage. But is marriage really a bondage? Yes, some marriages can be a bondage, but that doesn't take away the fact there are good marriages. And some of us can attest to that. Some of us know people, our parents or other people who have been in beautiful marriages, who are enjoying their marriages. But feminism paints marriage out to be this terrible, terrible system where women are oppressed. And for that reason, many women don't want to get married. And it's okay to not want to get married. Marriage is not meant for everybody. But if you don't want to get married, that's not an excuse for you to speak so ill of the union of marriage, because at the end of the day, there are people who love that union. There are people who desire it so much, and it's working out for a lot of people. If marriage were to be banned, come on, what's going to become of society. So feminism in many ways has reduced the rate at which people are getting married because it has made so many women to believe that marriage is oppressive. And it also applies to men as well. A lot of men are afraid to even get married because of feminism. They feel that in a marriage, they may not find peace and happiness because women are so bent on feminism. Women are so, carried away with the idea of not being oppressed, and because they don't want to be oppressed in the marriage, every little thing would trigger them. One little thing, they would feel like the man is trying to control them and would let hell loose. Another way feminism ruins modern relationships is that it dehumanizes traditional women. And by traditional women, I mean women that are proud to play traditional roles like keeping to their families, traditional roles like being housewives, looking after their husbands and kids, not minding what anybody says. When a woman is proudly traditional, the people who believe so much in feminism would look down on her. They would make her out to be a very terrible person, a person who lacks self-esteem, a person who is not ambitious, someone who doesn't even know what they want out of life, which is ridiculous because feminism is supposed to be about free will is supposed to be about respecting people's opinions, people's values, and treating them right. So why should some women be dehumanized, be talked down on just because they want something different to what you want? At the end of the day, it's their life, it's what they want. As much as you want to, be treated a certain way in a relationship, you want to be independent, you want to be your own boss and all. There are women who are happy being traditional women, women who are happy letting their men take the lead. They're happy to take that to their kids, to stay at home because it makes them joyful, they feel fulfilled doing that. So they shouldn't be berated because of their choices. There you have it, the many ways feminism ruins modern day relationships. What do you think about this topic? Have you experienced it personally? Let me know in the comments below. Take a look around my channel. You'll find lots of other interesting videos. It was nice talking to you in this one. See you in the next one.